All right, so we're here at Sugar House Coffee, one of my local favorite coffee shops. I ordered this Nutella croissant, which looks amazing, and I've never seen anyone else make anything like this. I went kind of boring and just got a black coffee, but they have a ton of different really cool options here. This is like walking distance from work, so I come here at least a couple times a week, and they have some great options for food. One of my favorite things about Sugar House is just how walkable a lot of these local restaurants are. So I'm gonna dive into this, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, that was pretty good. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Scott Willie. I'm a local real estate agent here in Salt Lake City. Today's episode is all about Sugar House, which is one of the most popular neighborhoods in all of Salt Lake. So by the end of this video today, you're gonna find out all the cool things that Sugar House has to offer, and it has a special place in my heart because our office at the Perry Group is located here. So I've gotten to explore Sugar House over the last few years, and I gotta tell you, it has some of the coolest amenities and has some really cool stuff to offer that you won't find anywhere else in Salt Lake. At the end of today's video, you will know why Sugar House is by far one of the most popular places to live in all of Utah. All right, so I'm not just standing in a random field in the middle of nowhere. We're actually at Sugar House Park. This park is massive. It's in the heart of Sugar House. And what's really cool about this area, obviously I got the Wasatch Mountains behind me, but Sugar House Park has a ton of areas to hang out. You'll see families here throughout the year, throwing barbecues, having events for a local business or team. We actually come here all the time for some local events for our team at the Perry Group. So want to show you kind of what Sugar House has to offer that you won't necessarily find in other neighborhoods in Salt Lake City. Very walkable neighborhood, and this park is one of those reasons why. All right, so one of the very unique features about Sugar House Park is just how big it is. We're on the corner of 1300 and 2100, which are two busier streets in Salt Lake City. So there's a lot of foot traffic that comes through here. It's also one of the biggest parks in all of Salt Lake. People love to bring their pets here to just run around and have some green space. You'll also see families that will come here with their kids. So you can see the play structure behind me. There's several of those kind of scattered throughout. And just the overall landscape is really cool because not only do you have these big open fields for dogs to run around, but you also have these like rolling hills that in the wintertime, you'll see kids like sledding down the hills. Lots of stuff to do in this area. We're right across the street from where all the popular shopping centers and restaurants are. So a lot of people will come hang out at the park, go get lunch across the street and just kind of hang out. Wanted to show you this part of Sugar House. It's definitely one of the biggest features. Sugar House is a neighborhood in Salt Lake City, Utah that was established in 1853, just 6 years after Brigham Young led the LDS Church into the valley. The area's name originated from a sugar beet test factory established by the Deseret Manufacturing Company, with the name suggested by Margaret Smoot, the wife of then mayor of Salt Lake City, Abram Smoot. Sugar House has evolved from a primarily residential area with a suburban style retail hub to a vibrant commercial and residential center, often referred to as Salt Lake's second downtown. Today, Sugar House boasts 2 shopping centers, several fast food and family restaurants, a luxury cinema, and a strip mall, contributing to its status as a primary commercial hub. Additionally, the neighborhood houses Sugar House Park, a significant recreational space that hosts major celebrations throughout the year. Sugar House in its current form is a dynamic blend of urban and suburban elements, making it a highly sought after neighborhood in Salt Lake City. Residents enjoy a rich variety of amenities, including diverse shopping options, a range of dining choices, and recreational facilities. The area's transformation into a bustling mixed-use community with modern apartments and offices attracts those seeking an urban lifestyle without losing the charm and ease of suburban living. Its historical roots, coupled with modern developments, create a unique and vibrant living environment that appeals to a wide demographic. I'm gonna ask you a really serious question. We saw these people in Sugar House Coffee. I think her name's Yana, I'm not really sure. Your favorite part about Sugar House Coffee is?
It's unique. It's not like all the other coffee shops that are more corporation.
Corporation, okay, so it's local.
It's local.
It is very unique. They have coffees here that I have not seen anywhere else. What's your favorite? What did you order?
I got a matcha with oat milk.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds really good. So if you want a matcha with oat milk, I didn't know oats made milk, but they do at Sugar House Coffee, so you should come check it out. All right, I'm wearing a Michigan sweatshirt, but trust me, Sugar House has probably way cooler properties like this one than most of Michigan. Of course, I'm biased because I live in Utah, but the reason why I wanted to show you a couple of houses is just to show you how unique some of the properties are here in Sugar House. So first of all, quick shout out to Sabrina Martinez at Realty One. Thank you for letting us walk through your listing. This house is currently actively listed and is a great example of the type of house you can expect to find in Sugar House. So I'll walk you through this one and kind of point out some features that are really common for Sugar House properties and kind of tell you what to expect if you want to buy and live in this area. So this particular house, just to make sure I don't mess this up, it's a 4-bed, 2-bath, just over 2,000 square feet. This particular one was built in 1941, which is very common era for really this neighborhood and this part of Salt Lake City. A lot of these houses were built in like the 40s and 50s. And with that, you'll see a lot of properties similar to this one that have been updated and renovated to kind of the current aesthetic. So these bungalow houses, really common to have like 4 bedrooms, 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs, 1 bathroom up, 1 bathroom down. But real quick, just do a quick pan of this really cool kitchen that's been given a modern touch with the gold accents. I really like what they did in this particular house, and I'll kind of show you the layout that you can expect to find in a Sugar House neighborhood. All right, we're gonna maneuver through this house. So first, let me show you kind of the first guest bedroom here behind me. Like I said, really common to have the master and guest bedroom on the main level with these bungalow style houses. And then if you want to follow me to the other side of the house. So that was the first bedroom. This particular house has like a Jack and Jill style. So follow me around the corner. I'll show you this Jack and Jill bathroom. Really like the aesthetic that they did in this house. And this one actually goes all the way through to the other side. So follow me through. We'll see the Jack and Jill setup and kind of what they did in this property. And I'll show you the other side where the master is. Okay, cool. Follow me to the second bedroom upstairs. These properties really common to have like a 0.1 to like a 0.2 acre size lot. That's really common. You're not gonna find as many like 1/4 acre, 1/3 of an acre, let alone a 1/2 an acre. So the closer you get to downtown, typically the smaller the lots. So it's not common to find anything really bigger than a 1/4 acre in Sugar House. So this like 0.14 to 0.18 is really common size lot because they didn't build these 1/2 acre lots in and around Salt Lake City until you start going further south, or if you go west on the other side of the valley, that's when you'll find on average bigger size lots. That being said, tons of character in some of these older homes, especially when they've been renovated like this one. Let's go check out the basement. Okay, before we talk about the basement, do a quick walkthrough. Here's another really, I'd say, unique feature of real estate for Sugar House homes. A lot of these homes, because they were built in the 40s and 50s, won't necessarily have an attached 2-car garage like you would traditionally think of when you're buying a house. In fact, a lot of them don't even have garages, or they have a carport. This particular house does have an attached 1-car garage. So anytime you can find a house in this neighborhood that has a garage, whether it's attached or detached, is actually kind of considered an upgrade. So let's walk through this basement. Really common to have 2 more bedrooms and a bathroom down in the basement. So I'll do a quick walkthrough with you and kind of show you how the setup flows. All right, now I am 6'4", so don't let that scare you. But this is actually another really common thing with Sugar House properties, especially when you have like the vents that come down here and they drywall around it. So this is not a Hobbit house. This is incredibly common for Sugar House homes. I just happen to be 6'4", but for average sized people, lower basements in Sugar House isn't necessarily an issue unless you're a super tall guy like me. So let's check out the second bedroom, that direction. Okay, here's bedroom number 4. All these ones are actually a really good size. Sometimes you'll see properties in Sugar House that's, especially when you go under 2,000 square feet, the bedrooms tend to be like a little bit more cramped. This one actually has really good overall space. Let me show you the rest of the basement from this angle, and you'll kind of see what they did in this particular house with like the little wet bar setup, which is a really cool kind of little extra added feature down here. So this is a pretty common basement, I'd say, for Sugar House homes. 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, a little bit lower ceilings. This one was actually done really well. It flows really nicely. You have this big open concept, sort of almost like a second living room down here. With that being said, let's go check out the outside of the house and I'll show you what it looks like from the street. All right, so we're standing in the living room right now, main part of the house. Open concept with the kitchen. I really like this hangout area, looks really cool, especially with that fireplace. Little kitchen dining room table right here that kind of connects the main living area with the open concept kitchen. And of course, they did a really nice little overhang here with the countertops for some extra seating if you want to put some stools here. So thanks for walking through this property with me. We'll show you some other real estate in the area, but this particular house on Downingtown was a really good example of what to expect for real estate in Sugar House. We're outside this guy's listing. I think I know who that is. So we're on Wilson right now, another really popular street in Sugar House. We're a little bit east of 2100, so a little bit further east than the last house that we were just at, but I want to show you another example of a classic Sugar House property. I'm excited to show you this one. All right, we're gonna do this one live. So here's another look at a Sugar House property, also a 4-bedroom. This is a 3-bathroom, a little bit bigger house, like 2,300 square feet. First off, just right off the bat, this main living area has a ton of natural light. You've got these really big windows here and opens right up to this kitchen. First, I'm gonna show you this side of the house. So 2 bedrooms upstairs, if you wanna follow me. Show you the first guest bedroom here. And then second bedroom on this level. This is gonna be the master with the ensuite bathroom. So a little bit different feel with this house, but still has a ton of that Sugar House charm. What I love about these neighborhoods, the houses are so unique and diverse that none of them are the same. Like you'll notice in this one, if you wanna take a step in here, you've got this like archway for this open closet space. So you just get these like little nuances with properties in Sugar House that they're all just so much different from one another. A lot of bungalows, a lot of cottages. You get some Tudor style houses, which are really cool and unique. A lot of people like living in this neighborhood because of the walkability, because you have these like tree-lined streets that are really, really pretty, especially in the fall when the leaves change colors. But let's check out the rest of this house. All right, so kitchen here. Unique aspect of this one is you actually have 2 bathrooms on the main level. So here's the second full bathroom right off the French doors to the backyard. This particular house, if we want to go outside real quick, has a pretty nice landscaped backyard. So this is really cool. You have this like whole covered patio area with a fireplace, some nice hardscaping. All right, here's what I was talking about with the detached 2-car garage. not very common. So anytime you see a 2-car garage, especially one that's this big, you can tell that they added this after the fact. And this is definitely considered an upgrade and not really standard for Sugar House. So it's really cool when you see houses like this that have this nice of a backyard with a garage. Okay, now I'm gonna show you downstairs in the basement. We got 2 more bedrooms down here, so let's go check it out. Open living room area, kind of like a second hangout spot down here. You'll see a lot of people will deck this out with like foosball table or put an extra TV up here. Sometimes you see a wet bar. The ceilings are actually pretty tall in this particular house, but the bedrooms are, what surprised me the most is just how big these are. Like for a 2,300 square foot house, this is actually a pretty good sized bedroom. Sometimes you'll see these bedrooms in basements that are just so tiny that you like can't even live in them. But these ones, I'd say, are probably a little bit bigger than average. Okay, 3rd bathroom down here, along with the walk-in for the laundry. So here's the 3rd bathroom in this house. All of them are actually really good size. It's not like any of them are super tiny tucked away in the corner. And then at the end of the hallway would be your laundry setup. I will say sometimes people will put the master in the basement in Sugar House neighborhoods. And some people like that because you have some extra privacy away from, maybe you have kids that are in the guest rooms upstairs, or maybe you have family living with you. Some people don't like that because they don't want to have to walk downstairs to go to the master. So that was the walkthrough on this particular house, just to kind of show you the variety of what you can expect in Sugar House. Okay, tell me what has changed between, what are the biggest changes from what Sugar House is like now versus what it used to be, good or bad?
I think probably one of the best parts about Sugar House now is just like the culture and all the new restaurants that are coming to town. So that's one of the things I love about the Sugar House area.
What are things people should be aware of that maybe it's not a negative for everyone, but like what are things you would say, hey, you should know if you're moving to this area, here's what you're getting into?
I think every area is a little bit different. You know, if you get closer to the University of, you know, Utah or Westminster compared to East Sugar House or east of Sugar House Park.
Yeah.
And so I think each one's a little bit different. I think the thing is what your personality, what fits best at it. You know, one of the things that I really love about the Sugar House area, it's so easy to get everywhere.
What else should people know about Sugar House if they're thinking about moving to this area?
Know that most of the homes are going to be small.
Yep.
It's just something I have used the hall closet for my clothes for 36 years. It's just something that you know you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get maybe basements a little bit lower compared to, you know, a home that was built in the last 25 years or so.
What do you think the future of Sugar House looks like? Like, how do you think it's going to change in the next 5 or 10 years?
I think the bad part, people are just going to keep on moving here, so there's going to be more, you know, office buildings, townhouses.
So more development.
More development.
Okay.
I think that, you know, the traffic's just keeps on getting worse.
What areas have the worst traffic? Like which intersections have you noticed it's like, if you're going to drive through here, you don't want to go during rush hour?
I think anywhere on 13th East. Because it's one lane, so it's really hard to get anywhere. It can be really bad.
True.
So anywhere on 13th East until you hit the freeway.
What about like 21st and 21st? There's been a ton of construction there lately.
Yeah, but once that's done, it's not going to be bad.
Not going to be an issue.
13th East
Yeah.
is going to be bad.
Got it. Cool. That's it, unless you had anything else.
That's good for me.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jack. Jack Perry. I'm going to give you some nugs here. He's lived in Sugar House over 30 years. He's my go-to expert for all things Sugar House, so hopefully that was a helpful insight. Located in Sugar House is Westminster University, according to niche.com, and has an overall rating of B and is a top 100 college for performing arts in America and is also a top 130 for nursing in the entire nation. A recent poll showed that 95% of students agree that professors put a lot of effort into teaching their classes. Now, if you know college students like I do, 95% is actually a pretty high approval rating. 80% of students agree that it's easy to get the classes that you want. The top 3 most popular degrees from Westminster are nursing, aeronautics and aviation technology, and business. A recent poll showed that 75% of students attend in person and 25% of students attend online. There are 920 full-time undergraduate students, so it is a relatively small university and has a 63% graduation rate, which in compared to the national average of 49% is a relatively high success for graduating students. All right, we are here at Westminster University in the heart of Sugar House. I am standing in front of the flagship building. This was the first building at this college way back in the day. We're gonna give you a quick tour of what this campus looks like. It is a major player in why Sugar House is one of the coolest neighborhoods in all of Salt Lake City. All right, so we're about to go, by the way, I'd never been here before, about to walk into like the main student center. I've heard it's pretty epic, so let's check it out. Obviously we're gonna go play some pool. We can actually find the equipment to do so, but this is pretty sweet. So I think we're in like the main like hangout cafeteria area. So there's a cafeteria over here. You got students hanging out, eating lunch. They got some cool, looks like construction going on behind me, pool table. If I was a college student, this would be a really cool hangout spot. All right, we're about to walk into the Center for Nursing and Health Sciences. I know nothing about nursing or science, but maybe a tiny bit about health. Let's go check it out. This is actually legit. So, Center for Nursing and Health Sciences. There's a massive facility behind me. You got a rock wall, indoor pool, fitness center. This is actually really cool. Well, we're standing in one of the classrooms in the Nursing and Health Science building. Pretty cool facility. These are typical college classrooms, but I think it's pretty cool to get an inside look on what these facilities look like. Super intimate environment. This is not what you would expect at like a massive university. I mean, these are probably pretty small class sizes on average, and I think that's what makes this university unique, is just how intimate these classes can be, where you're having a lot of the same classes with similar students. You probably have the same professor for a lot of different courses, so you kind of build a little bit more relationship than you would at like a big university. So I'm here with Julian, who's a client of mine, helping to buy a house actually in a few weeks, which I'm super excited about. But right now we're at Westminster University. He's a professor here, so I wanted to give you an in-depth look of what this university has to offer. We're in the heart of Sugar House, so I just want to ask a few questions.
Sure.
Julian, what do you teach here?
Psychology.
So psychology, and you've been teaching here for how long?
I've been here since 2014, so that would make it coming up on 10 years.
Wow.
This next year.
Okay, so you've been involved with this university for 10 years.
Yes.
What's the current population of students?
Oof, that's a good question. Fact check me on this.
Yeah, but it's like roughly how
Yeah.
big of a school is this?
I want to say 15 to 1,800 undergraduates.
Undergraduates, okay.
Right, maybe another 300 to 500 graduate students.
Believe it or not, that's actually bigger than the college I went to. So,
Yeah, wow.
So 15 to 1,800 or so undergraduates,
Right.
plus maybe a few hundred
Yes.
graduate schools. Let me ask you a specific question about like the campus itself, because we're in the heart of Sugar House. What's your favorite part about the physical presence of the university?
Oh, well, I think just the fact that it is a small campus, you know, you don't have to hike to get from class to
That's
class.
so true.
Right. In addition to that, I think in terms of the amenities, I think just everything is just close by.
Right. All right, so last question for you. You teach psychology,
Yep.
so you're biased to that obviously, but
Yes.
what is this university like which programs is this school known for?
You know, I think that's what's unique about this campus is that because we're such a small community, disciplines work with each other, right? So like
That's super rare at a
yeah.
big college, by the way,
Absolutely.
so that's really cool to hear you say
Absolutely. Like, and I think like at bigger universities, there's sort of a sense of elitism in academia where it's like, okay, well, no, psychology, we're scientists, so we're better than sociology or anthropology or whatever it is in the social sciences. And here, it's so interdisciplinary focused,
Right.
Like, so like for me, I'm an educational psychologist, So I work with professors all the time in the School of
Right.
Education. So applying psychology to learning for adolescents and elementary school students, right?
Right.
So just sort of developing best practices for how to teach young people, right? So we're interdisciplinary there, right? You know, you'll see business professors working with people in the nursing school. You'll see different scientists, whether they be physics professors, chemistry professors, working with social scientists.
That's really
right?
cool.
Yeah,
so a lot of
so
overlap.
Totally. And like neuroscientists working with psychologists, right?
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't say that there's a big known presence of any program, but just that interdisciplinary focus where you're going to get sort of like a holistic academic
That was the word I was
experience.
going to use, a holistic
Yeah,
approach. Very cool.
Right.
All right, we're back in the office. Let's run through some quick pros and cons. So pro number one of Sugar House is the walkability. It's probably one of the most walkable neighborhoods in all of Salt Lake City. It's because you have a ton of restaurants, you've got the Sugar House Park, and a lot of the residential area is very, very close to the commercial space and the mixed use space. So you have a lot of people that can easily walk or bike to work, and you're relatively close to some of the major freeway access to get to and from downtown, whether it's Highway 215 or Highway 15. All right, pro number two is the unique architecture. There are certain styles and designs of Sugar House homes that you will not find anywhere else in Utah, or it's very difficult to find in other parts of Salt Lake City. So the fact that you have a lot of diversity among the type of real estate and the houses you can find in Sugar House definitely makes it stand out amongst other neighborhoods that might be similar, but don't quite have that same diversity of the overall look and design of these properties. Okay, the third is the overall location. The reason why Sugar House has exploded in popularity, especially I'd say over the last decade, is because you're relatively close to downtown. Like I said, you're a short drive away from downtown Salt Lake City, but you're also very close to the ski resorts. So whether it's Big Cottonwood Canyon, Little, or if you're gonna make the trip up to Park City, you're on the east side of the valley, so you are relatively close to those ski resorts, which makes the winter time of the year very popular for people wanting to come and travel, experience the tourism of Salt Lake, live someplace really cool, have the walkable neighborhoods, but still be a short drive away from those ski resorts. All right, let's talk about a few cons. Now, every neighborhood, there's gonna be some things that might not be a good fit for everyone. Con number one is the parking situation, and in recent times, the overall construction and the traffic issues that Sugar House is experiencing. There's been a lot of growth with the city, and in this particular part of Salt Lake, there's been a lot of construction redoing a lot of the roads and intersections, which has made driving around here kind of a nightmare lately. Now, it is gonna make the overall city better, but currently it's just causing a lot of issues with trying to find parking downtown, with trying to navigate the streets with all this construction going on. Con number two, they're older homes. You will not find new construction in Sugar House. These homes were built in the 40s and 50s. So although they're very unique and you have a lot of diversity, you're not really gonna find brand new homes that have the really modern look and, you know, the big houses on big lots. These properties were built a long time ago. Some of them are very, very old, haven't been updated. And with that, you might come across issues with the original sewer lines that are cast iron that, you know, maybe have roots growing in them, and maybe, you know, down the line you might have sewer issues. So because they're older homes, you could run into the older technology like aluminum wiring or some of these older things that have been upgraded in different cities, but you have a lot of these homes in Sugar House that still have that older technology that haven't quite been upgraded to today's standards. And the third con is gonna be the overall size of the lots. Now, these cons are all specific to real estate, but I think it's very important to understand if you're thinking about moving to Sugar House, you should know what to expect. And what you should expect is you're gonna have smaller lots. So with that will come smaller backyards. Most of them are fenced in, so there is some privacy, especially if you have trees or greenery around. You're gonna have a smaller lot, so don't expect to find a half-acre lot or horse property in a place like Sugar House. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this video was helpful. If you're interested in the Sugar House area, reach out to me. My team and I service this entire area. In fact, our office is located in Sugar House, so we know this area super well. Go ahead and reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. If you want more solid jokes and mediocre real estate advice, go ahead and smash that subscribe button.